Hello and welcome back to Aster House. If you are watching right now, you are watching on my new camera. Hi! The quality is so amazing, it's actually really scary. But we are currently at a weird angle right now. There's a problem with my tripod, so until I get that fixed, you're stacked up on a bunch of books. My stomach is growling. Now I can literally use my phone. I can use my phone in the videos, so that's great. But yeah, I was so excited to make this purchase, like just invest in a new camera, and I got a light as well, and it really just upped the content, and I'm so happy about it. So I'm happy you're here, and I just wanted to say that before we started. So there are two sides of the collective who clicked onto this video today. So on one side of the coin, you are feeling the need to get into the quote-unquote right spirits for this month, or for the new year. You probably feel really burned out, and more tired than usual, and you just are clicking on to, you know, kind of feel like you need that little inspiration to get the ball rolling. There's another side of the coin of a group of people who know that this is, you know, of course it's beautiful to think of it as a beginning with the new year, but all this rush, all this like race to the end, to get all your shit together within January or before January, for the new year is kind of crazy. No, it is crazy, but it's also just, there's a reason for that. So I found this out through Instagram, through an Insta infographic. Their name is Blue Womb on Insta. So I'm just gonna read straight from there because I wanted to share this message. And, you know, if you're feeling like really stressed and everybody's talking about all the things that they're going to be doing for this year or whatever, I just want to let you know that, like, there is a physical, like, reason, there is a legitimate reason why you feel burned out or tired or feel like, you know, you just don't have the spirits right now to make yourself anew or something like that. Okay, they started it with why January was never meant to start the year and how we forgot to live seasonally. All of December, I was like feeling like, I don't know, January is just a weird month for me. I was like thinking back to all the past Januaries, and I was like, it really does feel like an extra December. Like, it feels like another December, and it's because it, like, low-key is. But basically in the infographic, she was saying, like, doesn't it feel weird that we are trying to start anew in the dead of winter? Like, everything, nature is asleep, we're hibernating, the animals are hibernating, everything is dead on the trees, like the trees are bare. Why? And I'm paraphrasing from what she said, but it was like, why are we forcing ourselves to go against nature's natural rhythm? Let me tell you why. So she ended up saying that the real new year starts in the spring, which I've always thought, at least last year when I started my spiritual journey. If you look back into the months, like when I was going through my albums or whatever, my photo album, I was like, January I was still like looking pretty rough. Like, I know, like, it was like the beginning, but like I didn't feel like that. I really felt like I honed into everything, like I tapped into an energy in the spring. So yeah, she said, the real new year begins in the spring when life begins again. And basically she was saying that we navigate by the Roman calendar, and that it is a very masculine rhythm, and we're going against the natural nature feminine rhythm, which is like to follow nature, to slow down and rest. This is the time for, you know, we're still resting from everything of last year. It feels so, it is so against nature and so against us. That's why it just feels really tough for us to be like, okay, like, let me start everything brand new, let me like get all those New Year's resolutions in check, whatever. It's great to start planning, it's great to start planting the seeds, but I think too, if you feel like you're forcing yourself, or you feel very down on yourself for not following through with that, don't. It's just not, there's a legitimate reason, like, you are valid for feeling like that. And I don't know, when I read that, I was like, you know what, that is exactly how I've been feeling, and it makes me feel better. Take this time and take this as a sign to rest. Just rest. That is one of my many resolutions for the new year. I need to allow myself to rest. I am someone who was just like moving to the next thing, always keeping busy, because I, you know, didn't want to slump back into depression. But you need to rest, you need to allow yourself to rest. So if you are looking for that sign and you're watching this and you're like, wait, thank you, rest, take that self-care day, please. Anyway, before I get into the January alchemy, I figured I would do a super quick reading. I'm only going to do an oracle card because I feel like the time is going to be crazy if I do anything else. So I got this new deck. It is called Magic of You Oracle, Unlock Your Hidden Truths by Fiona Horn. I saw this deck in an in a YouTube video. I was looking up like oracle tours, like hauls, and the person was Witchy, and they recommended this one, and they were talking about how it's like, it can be really intense. It's really good to deal with like your shadows too. I think it says that on here too. Yeah, the Magic of You Oracle is what you turn to when you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel and must crawl through and light it for yourself. Reading that, it really reminded me of Hecate, because I've actually, once I get into my January alchemy, you'll understand, but one of the books that I'm reading or listening to through an audiobook is a Hecate book, and I was like, that is literally the same vibe. If you know, you know. Anyway, I wonder if I can put it like this and you would still hear me. So, oh, that's upside down. All right, I already cleansed everything, so you don't have to worry about that. I already cleansed the deck for me and for you guys. But they're really beautiful, and they're so Hecate because they have keys. Keeper of the keys. See where I'm going? Also, my sister called this, she was like, are you sure this is not AI? So someone please tell me if this looks like it, because I think it's just digital art, but I'm like getting scared because I'm like, if it's AI, I'm returning it. Not too much. So if everyone could take a deep breath in with me, and I can do this channeled reading for the collective who's watching right now. please give me one card? It like stopped like that. Okay. Ooh, this is a perfect card. Every time I'm doing a reading on here, it's always like what I'm talking about or what I'm saying. Anyway, this is 15 Maximus. This is what it looks like. If you can see, hopefully it focuses. And it says, how can you feed others when your own table is empty? Beautiful. So I really think this goes back to what I was saying in the beginning of the video. Like, how are you going to hopefully you can hear me. If you can't, the audio is going to be weird. But how can you feed others when your own table is empty? How do you decide? It reminds me of like, you have to start with yourself first. You have to care for yourself first to care for other people. So just making sure that you are taking that time for yourself to recharge and I hate to say get all your ducks in a row because somebody made a funny TikTok about it and it cracks me up. But to get all your ducks in a row before you go thinking that like you're gonna be like a savior to everybody else, how can you help others without first getting your shit together? Let me read what the book that it comes with says. So it's 15, maybe 15, the number 15 or 1 to 5 is relevant to you. Maximus 2 is the name. How can you feed others when your own table is empty? You are maxed out, and yet, conversely, more is needed. More nourishment for yourself. You are spread too thin, and your life force is draining. How can you feed others when your own table is empty? A new idea is waiting to be cultivated, as evidenced by the flame in the bulb. And this is really cool because it's very detailed. You could see the flame in the bulb. Or perhaps it's time to stop sitting on an idea you've had for some time. The moths are starting to gather, and as lovely as they are, they will slowly blot out your light. It's time to feed yourself in order to cultivate and harvest your next crop. Stop focusing on everyone else and the role you play in their lives. Till your own soil. Serve yourself the fruits of your own labor. The table is set with fine silver on a blood-red cloth. In fact, the blood is pooling and indicating that your life force is draining. Maybe you're around an energy vampire, or maybe in certain social situations in your life, whether that's work or a friend or a relationship, you're feeling like, you're just like making sure everybody's feeling all right, but you need to start at the home first. How are you going to make this house a home? You need to start with you first. Wait, shit. It fell and I got confused. Sorry. Hold up. Okay. Capture it now and fill your cup. What is the purpose of these fine things if they are not used? Now, in this deck also, she also is an actual witch, so she has like little rituals that you can do at the end of like every card or at the end of every description. So the ritual is the sacred dinner. It says, set the table using your finest creative flair. Nourish your body with quality foods and sensual textures and tastes. Eat alone. With red pen, write the creative and self-nourishing thoughts that come to you. On a sheet of white paper when your meal is complete, fold the paper over and press your lips upon it as if it were a napkin. Know that the ideas are taking root in the fertile cauldron of your being. Hey, we're back to the iPhone camera. Surprise, surprise. I needed to get a different memory card. Again, this was like a camera test, so bear with me, please. I'm just learning it. I'm going to be getting into my January alchemy. So if you're not familiar, I've been doing this since August, I believe. Basically, I write down what I want to do like a guide plan for January. So I write down books that I want to read, I write down music that I want to get into, or music, like new albums that I want to check out. Let's see what I wrote, I forget. Yeah, I have some artists that I want to explore, like musicians that I want to try to like get into. And then I have films that I want to watch. I also have I did like specific picks this month. So I wrote down for my January watch list, I wrote down a Criterion pick. I wrote down a personal pick, because I want to get into watching more Criterion movies, because I don't know, I guess I'm one of those people who like dream of like being in the Criterion closet and being like, this is the very indie, like this is the really super niche movie that you should watch, and it's actually good. So I wanted to like kind of integrate more Criterion films into this year, I guess that's what I'm saying. So yeah, then I do activities that I want to do this month, and they don't have to be anything crazy. That's why I wanted to start off with like the message of like, yes, this is my January alchemy, but I'm not making it too crazy, and I'm not putting so much pressure on myself to be like, you have to do this, you have 7 days. 7 days. Yeah, so I try to keep them simple. I don't try to be like, you know, make them out of the natural bounds, if that's like a right term. Okay, so for my books that I'm gonna read this month, I'm doing like, at least this month, I'm doing a spiritual pick and a theory pick. So for my spiritual pick, as I alluded to earlier in this video, I am currently listening to audiobook, Entering Hecate's Cave, The Journey Through Darkness to Wholeness by Sinai Brannon. Hopefully that's pronouncing it right, her name right. I'm loving this book so far. I'm really enjoying this book. So more to say later when I actually finish the book, but I am learning a lot. I've been writing down notes with it too, because I want to also do that as well, like start writing a lot of notes and the things that I've been learning. My theory pick is this book called Feminism Interrupted by Lola Olufemi. I want to read more theory because in college I took a lot of like theory classes, and they were very interesting to me, and I really enjoyed learning about them. So I really wanted to, I've heard good reviews about this book, and I really wanted to read it. So yeah, I've been reading that as well. For my albums to listen to, let's see, I wrote like a few down, but I mean, music is like really hard to control for me. Like I will try to get into something, but I kind of like doing whatever feels right when it comes to music, like being like, you know what, I'm feeling this vibe today, I'm just gonna get into this artist. And I think it's like spiritual, I don't know, like it's different with music. But I have How I Do by Rez. It's a 2001 album. I'll put it right here. The album cover is so amazing. I actually found it from this creator on TikTok. I don't remember her name, but she is the creator of this amazing series that is called like Music for Girls on the Go. And oh my god, all of the music that has come out of that playlist, like thank you. I literally commented on her post because I was like, thank you. The music is amazing, and it's so good for like if you're a busy person, if you are commuting, and it's just like energizing. I don't know how to explain it. It's like dopamine, but like chill. Like it is music on the go. It's amazing. But yeah, I found this album through her and I've loved it. So I'm trying to get into that album, and that's like neo soul. I also wrote down like all the genres, even though genres are weird because I don't believe in like putting music in a box. But the next album is Friend by James K. This is a 2025 album. This is like dance and electric. I've been getting more into electric music, so I put that down. Born in the Wild by Thames. My mom is a big Thames fan, but I heard like one song and I was like, all right, I'm gonna put it on the list. This is an album from 2024. It's R&B, Afrobeats, and neo soul. Okay. Then, oh, okay. I am also starting this new thing where I'm doing a pick from my mom. So my mom has like really good music taste. And I want to get into obviously like OG classics. Like I don't want to listen to strictly current music, you know what I mean? I want to continue to get into older things, like what is it, like generational, is that the right term? Generational, you know, I just want to get into the classics. So every month I'm going to ask her for a recommendation. So this month she told me Diary of a Mad Band by Jodeci, 1993, and that's like R&B and soul. I have a list of artists to explore, and I actually like already have done all of this. This is like really crazy. Like I'm already jumping the gun, but I think it really is mental. I think like once you write it down, it's in your head. Like I don't work like that. Like I don't work where I'm like, I said I was gonna do that, I'm gonna do that. Like I don't really remember. So I think like writing this down, it's almost like magic. I don't know how to explain it, but anyway, artists to explore. So I have FK Twigs. I'm a big Twigs fan, but her newest album, loved, but I really need to get into, like I really need to sit and like get into it. I don't feel like I spent too much time. Yago, I think that's how you pronounce their name. Hopefully that is right. This music's amazing. I found that also on TikTok. And then Jane Remover. Jane Remover was in my previous video, my top albums of 2025. But I properly got into her and I am obsessed. It's really crazy. I have this playlist and it's Please God Save Me, I'm So Turnt Right Now, and it's this picture of this like girl with the aura, because Jane is literally aura farmer, aura god. Anyway, my top songs for Jane definitely Had a Teleport. I've been loving that song. I can't even use my phone right now because my phone is there. But anything from the Heart album. I'm getting into Revenge Seekers. I really love Revenge Seekers, but that Heart album or the Heart EP, there is not a skip on that EP. So that says a lot. Anyway, if you're not into Jane Remover, listen to Jane Remover. I also have another album. I have Breath from Another by Esthero, and that's trip hop. I think that was also on the Girls on the Go playlist from that TikTok creator. Yeah, I've been listening to this album a lot. It's so good. It is so good. I have like a stream of consciousness section in here of things that like to remind myself that I like just learned, or things that like I'm like gonna start to implement into my life, or yeah, just it's a little bit of like everything. But to read a few, I have written down I want to do research again. I am listening to more electronic music. I want to listen to albums in full. I want to meditate more often. I want to do yoga and prioritize stretching. I want to get off of TikTok. I want to unplug and focus, which I have been doing really well at. Have I? I think I'm gonna be like a beast at getting off that phone. I know it. I'm speaking into existence, but I'm right. And then also I have like a lot of this, but I'm just gonna read a few. I want to always keep my vases filled in my room. My sister just made me this beautiful vase for Christmas. Handmade it. It's so gorgeous. It has swans on it. But I always want to keep them filled because I think of it as like the Ace of Cups. Like my vases are always filled, my cup is always filled and overflowing, and you get the vibe. Let's see what else I have. Okay, 4 films to watch. So my Lynch pick, I did a Lynch pick, is Lost Highway, because I haven't seen Lost Highway. It looks really good. I know I will love it. It's from 1997. That's my Lynch pick. My Criterion pick is Funny Games by Michael Haneke, 2007. This looked really good, and it's got my queen, Naomi Scott. Is that her name? I don't even know her name, but I love her. Her and Laura Dern are like my lesbian parents. Like, oh my god, I love them so much. So I'm excited to watch that. And that's like thriller horror. It's actually the same director as The Piano Teacher, which I loved The Piano Teacher. And then I have a personal pick. So my personal pick is To Wong Fu, Thanks for Everything, Julia Newmar by Beeban Kidron. It's a dramedy. It's with Patrick Swayze, and yeah, I've just never seen it, and I know it'll be a time. So hopefully I'm saying that and it's like actually like comedy and not really, really bad, like scary and like sad. I mean, it's a dramedy. I don't know, but I've seen the edits and I've seen people like really praise it, so I need to watch it. I have some YouTube video ideas, and then I have some activities that I want to do this month. I have sit in silence on my activities because I saw this person say on TikTok, what were they doing? They were like free balling or raw dogging, something like just sitting in their room for like, and setting a timer for 30 minutes on their computer and just not doing anything. And I'm like, I'm gonna get into that because with Stranger Things coming out and like being reminded of the 80s, as much as I believe in community, this is separate. 2 things can be true at once. I believe in community. I believe in being connected to everyone. But hot take, we're just a little too connected, because I think in the 80s, like, you just went in your room and like, I could get into this. I will definitely get into this like another time, but I'm just trying to think, like, it's the 80s and I'm in my bedroom waiting for Steve Harrington to crawl through the door or crawl through the window. So I'm just trying to unplug. But basically I feel like sitting in silence for like 30 minutes and kind of like just trying to do stuff that's like not on the phone or something. I think we need to bring back being bored. I think that's what people were talking about on TikTok. I think we are stimulating ourselves always from morning to night. So I'm really trying to implement being bored again. Then I have a section which I would recommend if you're doing this, a magic for January. That's where I write all my manifestations, and I usually go over them often. I'll like take time to really sit with them and be intentional about it. I have a sigil that I drew for the first time, I think in December, that I'm going to be using a lot this year and this month. And then I also have a section for things I want to buy instead of cigarettes, because I am quitting smoking this year. If you have watched my earlier videos, I mentioned that I quit vaping, I think in the spring of last year, which was amazing, but then I ended up smoking again. So I'm really trying to quit. And yes, it's the 7th of we're only 7 days in, but I'm still going strong. This is what like a chronic smoker says. Anyway, things I want to buy instead of cigarettes. And keep in mind, I did not do the same amount of money that like cigarettes cost. I just put shit down to buy, because also if I want something, I'm just gonna get it for myself, so whatever. Anyway, Unicorn in Captivity pillow. CD player to play CDs aloud. I have a personal CD player, but I want one with like a speaker. Hecate and Aphrodite statues. Also Asteria, if there is one. A mortar and pestle. Jisoo hair oil. Loose leaf tea. Singing bowl. I have floss on here. I already bought floss. I have things that I've already checked off. Ring light, I already bought. Body cream, already bought. Harry Potter floating candles. I want more of the eye patches, like the eye. You know what I'm talking about. Altar storage and pillows. I need new pillows. But yeah. That was my January alchemy. I really don't know how to end videos. But you'll be seeing me very soon because I will be posting my Louise Carmen journal tour and my journal ecosystem. So if that's something you're interested in, subscribe so you can see when I post it. If not, I guess turn on notifications. It's actually crazy to me to think that people would have my notifications on. If you do, this is for you. I don't know, I'm being like really like not geeky, but like I actually like it. I feel like my personality is coming out more. I think I need to bring my personality to YouTube. I think I'm too trying to be chill all the time. I don't know. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry I had to switch midway to my iPhone again, but that is just a learning process. It's just trial and error. Anyway, again, if you're taking this new year too seriously or feeling really burned out, that's okay. That's okay, babe. That is literally okay. It's literally part of nature. We are literally still in hibernation. Like the trees are dead. Once the trees start blooming, once the flowers start blooming, once the insects and the animals come back out, you can too, girl. So take it easy. Anyway, I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.